Peace. What's good, everybody? It's your dude, Fort Green Thumb 6'7", and it's been a minute. Wanted to give y'all a little bit of a farm tour, a winter wonderland farm tour right quick. So what we're going to do, we're going to start over here with these raised beds. These raised beds, you can see I got a trellis over here right now. Can't wait till spring, because I'll be planting like some tomatoes, some cucumbers that's going to be going across that. That's going to look great. But in this one, along with this one, these two raised beds, we happen to have garlic planted. Over here, we have these two African marigolds. Those are there. A raised bed full of mums. I think I'm going to pull those mums, maybe replant them or even compost them for next year and grow some food in this one next year, along with this. Get some food in here. We're going to be stepping over here to our compost area. Got our compost buckets right here that we do our composting in. People put their stuff in there and we compost it, So that's the village right there. That's the village. So we got a compost tumbler right there. This is our windrow. This is what we use to actually sift over here. We sift out all of the compost from here. We sift it into here. We have these mounds. These are compost mounds. So we got number 1, number 2, 3, and 4. So this is how we actually turn our compost. So we'll put everything in number 1, and in a few months we'll turn it, move number 1 over to number 2. Then the same thing, number 2 over to number 3, number 3 to number 4, and then number 4 over to the windrow, and then from there to the actual screener, where we actually screen everything out, and we get the compost in there. This is a hot box for compost. This right here, as you can see, these tubes are bringing oxygen into the box, so that box does not need to get turned over. All right. Going over into the raised beds. So our first raised bed, you can see over here, these are the herbs. We're probably going to redistribute these, move them from this raised bed to, we have a space over here that I'll take you to that we're thinking about for our herb garden. And then we have these raised beds. This is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I can tell you 2, 3, and 4 were, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8, honestly, were used as far as we put old leaves, put some leaves down, wet them, put some soil that was soil and compost down and wet it. And then we covered it with wood chips. Now the snow got on it. Now that was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Stop right here. So then now these two, 9 and 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. The rest of these 8 beds were hugelkultur beds. So what I did was I laid down cardboard down the middle of the bed, wet that up, laid down wood, logs of wood down the middle, wet that up, laid down the leaves on top of that, wet it down, put the soil and the compost on top of that, wet it down, and then put the wood chips on top of that, wet it down. Now it's got snow on it. Now I could tell you, in these 3 rows, 1, 2, and 3, there is garlic in those. And then 4, 5, and 6, there is shallots in those. So we got stuff in the ground that we'll be able to get out next year. All right. We have our planters right there. We got a little bit of planters around. And this area, this bed, we used it to grow okra. We grew lemongrass over here. So this is a continual type of raised bed that we are also able to use. I'm going to use this raised bed next year that's over here. Utilize all of the raised beds that we have. Got that one right there. Then let's go into the hoop house. Right now, hoop house is pretty warm. We got this raised bed over here that we're going to be growing some stuff over in the summer. Probably peppers. Peppers do real good in here. Peppers do real good in here. So we're going to be doing that in here. Come on now. Feel warm in there. Might be in the 60s in there. Coming around, we have our green stalk. This one is just getting ready for the season. Then we happen to have this area right here. That's another bed that we can use. This bed and that bed, these raised beds, they are old. It's time for them to go. We got to do something with them, but we're still here, so we're going to use them. This is our hardening area where we harden off our crops when we bring them outside. The area that I was talking about as far as using for another herbs would be over here. This right here is our protest garden, and this would be where I'd like to relocate our herb garden over here. Then we got our tent right there, and then the rest of the property. Over there we have wood, big wood logs, and then we also happen to have some amendments. We got soil, dirt, we got wood chips, we got mycelium. The mycelium that we're going to be using, strictly mushrooms, it's like mushroom, but it also assists in root health and whatnot. You starting to plant your plants, and you can use this mycelium, and it help feed your roots and keep your plants much more stronger. I'll show you this mycelium over here. You're going to see some mushrooms too. So see the mushrooms right over there? It's all that mycelium right there. And these are bags of soil, other bags of soil, bags of wood chips. We got a whole bunch of stuff over here that we be using, excuse me. So now, oh, somebody made a heart in the snow. So now, as we can see, if you're looking, that's the farm right there. And we're shut down at the moment as far as making anything, growing anything. All we're doing right now is just get prepared for next year. So that is a farm tour of the winter wonderland of the Wyckoff House. I hope you enjoyed it, and I catch you on the bounce. Peace.